good morning, you 20 or 30 semi-fascists out there that are listening to this vlog. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan. So, please, what's there to talk about today? Oh, okay. You want me to talk about the Biden speech? All right, I'll talk about the Biden speech. And I'm going to put a little bit of a twist on it. And I give credit to Jason Whitlock because Jason brought this up regarding the Duke volleyball player. And because I don't write this stuff down, it's off the top of my head. I just hope I get everything I want, but if I don't, I guess I come back to it later. So, the first thing as far as the setting there, I mean, it looked like he was talking from the gates of hell. I don't know what the red background signified, and then the servicemen in their white gloves, how it would contrast with the red. I'm not exactly sure what the significance of that was. The other thing that sort of caught me, and I guess this would be, I'm not sure how much of the speech I actually saw, half, 3/4 of the speech, but towards the end of the speech, when he made the comment about the people that were protesting, well, he's like, that's their right or something like that. It happened right around then where, as Biden was speaking, you could hear like the occasional whistle maybe. You couldn't really hear people talking or saying much, but occasionally you could hear it. But then there was one time, and it's just like they had to have done it on cue or something, where they must have had the protesters or the alleged protesters in another room. I could never figure out how they were so courteous as to only like whistle and jeer when the crowd, assuming it wasn't a clap track, would clap, then that's when you would hear them louder. But there was one instance where the booing and whatever, the whistling got really loud, and it's almost like they on cue opened the doors to where the protesters were, the alleged protesters. I think these were paid actors. I'm just going to go out there and say that right now. The paid actors were, and mostly because if these people are as bad as Biden says they are, wouldn't they come into the room and cause a disturbance? That's why I think they were. But anyways, it sounded like they opened the doors like on cue to let the jeering take place, and then they just ever so politely shut the doors on them. And then Biden could say, yeah, well, they have a right to protest, kind of thing. I just found it really staged with the protesters. I mean, actors, or whatever you want to call them. So the other thing is, he didn't say anything new. I mean, what's the difference between what he said last night and now? They want to put you all back in chains. What was different than that? What was different about what he said? And after Trump was elected, Eminem did his little rap, like supposedly, I guess, from Detroit, like they were in a parking structure, and he drew the line in the sand and said, you know, what side are you on? And if you don't know, then I'll will help you with that kind of thing. It's the same thing. You're either with us or against us. And here's the problem with this bullshit. Eventually, everyone will sound MAGA. I'm telling you right now, Joe Biden, within the next, I'll just say by the elections that are coming up, Biden will say something that sounds exactly like something from MAGA. Everyone is going to eventually be put in that group. Because to me, I take it as if you don't agree with with everything he says, well, then you support MAGA. I mean, you're not. If you're a Republican, you're not certainly going to side with Biden. You're not going to vote Democrat. So why aren't you a MAGA? You're unwilling to yield to the Dimension Chief's ideology. You're semi-fascist. But the part that really worries me, and it sounds just like something else that people are trying to make continue to try to make a big fucking deal about. There's two things. What he is calling for an insurrection on semi-fascists or MAGA supporters. He wants an insurrection on them. They don't believe in the Constitution, and they're just good-for-nothing rabble-rousers. They're the deplorables. He's called for an insurrection on them. Now, they'll say, well, no, he didn't say that. No. The dog whistle was, that's what he said. Because if you can say Donald Trump sort of requested for an insurrection because he said, let's march down to the Capitol and peacefully protest, but take that out. So he says, let's go down to the Capitol and protest, that he caused the insurrection. Well, by God, Joe Biden just did. He just called for an insurrection on half the citizens of this country. And here's sort of, for me, the sum of all fears. Here is the sum of all fears, and I don't know why I said that twice. I shouldn't have, so I apologize. When you call for this insurrection on citizens, anything can really go. I mean, they've already showed up, like at justices' homes. They'll dox you. They'll make your life miserable. And it can be for just someone from the left. And it was just like this Duke BYU volleyball game that's going to turn out to be false. Someone is going to say, that individual over there, that white individual over there, said something. He said something that only someone from a semi-fascist or a MAGA supporter would say. And then they're fair game for doxing and maybe even physical violence. It's just fucking like Emmett Till. Exactly like Emmett Till. He supposedly whistled at a white woman and was murdered. This is how fucking crazy this country has gotten. I'm just saying, if Ozzy Osbourne, he said he was leaving this country because it was crazy. If he's got like one more seat available on that plane, I might be inclined to take it. We have leaders of this country that are in office, that are talking this kind of shit. And I would like to, and I'm not going to use that word that I dislike everyone else saying, that I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds over the top. It should sound crazy, and it should sound over the top, but it's our reality right now. That if someone from the left says, that person says something only a semi-fascist would say, it's fair game and it's on. And somehow that's justice now. Somehow that, whatever they do to them, shame them, out them, dox them, it's all for the greater fucking good. This is just stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Okay. So that's the first thing. Well, I'm going to end the vlog. It's already 11 minutes. I'm going to end the vlog. I'll create another one. I want to go over a couple of other lighter topics. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.